In addition, comma, I can see the Golden Gate Bridge under which many cargo ships pass each day. In addition, comma, he added a word in continuation to that. I can see the Golden Gate Bridge under which many cargo ships pass each day. Full stop. I also like San Francisco. I also like San Francisco because I can find wonderful restaurants with food from just about every country. Just about every country. However, I don't like the traffic in the city. This is how we change it. The first paragraph, second paragraph are same with the information and the content. And most of the time the sentence structure also same. But here in the second paragraph, he added something in continuation with that. Rather than expressing in very simple or broken or choppy sentences, he's used little lengthy, sentence. He extended the sentence by adding some information or by adding some conjunctions. Then the entire paragraph look is completely a different one. It looks different. Meaning is same, but it looks different. It looks comfortable. It looks readable. It looks attractive in the reading point of view. So in this context, we are going to study the three types of sentences. Three types of sentences. The first one is the four types they mentioned the compound complex sentence that is there, but that is a different process. But only we learn about these three things: simple sentence, compound sentence, and complex sentence. Simple sentence, compound sentence, and complex sentences. The compound and complex sentence also is there, but when you come to know that these two things, compound and complex sentences, automatically you come to know and you can write, because you all people are very good writers. I am assuming that. I hope I am not wrong in that sense, because since you studied from your LKG or first class to in English medium, you are good at in English. But the problem with the English medium students, you are not aware of the grammar. Some people may aware of the grammar, but you are not every time look at your words, look at your sentence. Just the flow comes from your mind automatically, because your knowledge is acquired in the cognitive process. The language you learn, just like the flow, just like the mother tongue. In our mother tongue, we never checked whether it is a noun, whether it is a pronoun, whether it is a verb, whether it is a complex sentence, a compound sentence. We never bothered about these things. Just simply we speak, simply we write, because we acquired naturally these things. In the same as, since you studied in English medium, you never bothered about these technicalities in the grammar. Of course, this is not your job also. The studying this grammar, studying the sentence structures, word structures, this is a linguist job. Some people may have a very good knowledge, very good memory powers, and very good at in their language, that those people can remember. But is that the exceptional case? That is not at all a rule that everyone should know which word and which sentence they are using it. For English classroom sake, for a writing sake, just we are refreshing and brushing our knowledge. Okay, I know this. Okay, this may be called like this. Sorry, I don't know this. Like that only we are looking at the sentence structures. You are good at writing. You must have read wonderful novels. You must have written poetry, short stories, essays. These kind of extracurricular, academic related or intellectual related activities you might have practiced especially during this lockdown time. You must have read something. You must have written something. This practice is with you, but you never looked into the technicalities. These three sentences will identify. Yeah. This is a sentence, complete sentence. The neighborhood children play basketball at the community center. This is a sentence. This is a sentence. Neighborhood children play the neighborhood children play basketball at the community center. That's one type of sentence. Students in the biology lab study cells under an electron microscope. Under an electron microscope. These two are the sentences. These two are the sentences, complete sentences. Complete sentences. Keep them in mind. And now we'll take the sentences from the given paragraphs. From the given paragraph. What is a simple sentence? A simple sentence has one independent clause, one subject, and a verb. Very simple rule. One subject and a verb. The simple sentence, every simple sentence has one word and one subject. Here the sentence is, I live in San Francisco. I live in San Francisco. I is the subject, you know that. The live is the verb. It's a simple here. I is a subject, live is the verb. It's a simple sentence. I live in San Francisco. This in is a conjunction. Sorry, preposition. Preposition here. I live in San Francisco. This is a simple sentence. So here the simple sentence is always an independent clause. This is not depending on any other sentence. On any other sentence. Simple sentence. Look at the compound sentence. Look at the compound sentence. A compound sentence contains two independent clauses that are joined together. Compound sentence means two independent clauses that are joined together. How will they join? They join with this conjunction. Joined with a conjunction. What is the conjunction here? But. Here, she works in the city, comma, she works in the city, comma, but she lives in the suburbs. She works in the city, but she lives in the suburbs. Maybe she is coming from the Hayat Nagar or Sangareddy, some other place. These two are the two independent clauses. If you look at it, she works in the city, but she lives in the suburbs. But they are not mentioning here like she works in the city but lives in the suburbs. But lives in the suburbs. They did not write it. They mentioned she particularly. She means the subject. She means the subject. An independent clause should have a subject and verb. In the first sentence also, if you look at it, she works in the city. She is a subject, works is a verb. A compound sentence always carries in the two independent clauses the subject and verb. Independent clause carries subject and verb. Now please, you tell me five sentences related to the compound sentence from your side.
I go to the college, but I don't listen to the classes.
Wonderful. Thank you. I go to the college. Please write down in your notebook if at all you have. You're writing something. Please write down, friends. Repeat once.
I go to the college,
Hmm.
but I don't listen the classes,
Okay. I
or
don't
I
listen
don't
to.
listen to the classes.
Okay. I don't listen to the classes. Fine. Please write down. Please write down. Because it carries the I go and I don't. The next one is I don't listen. Listen is a verb. Yeah. Next sentence, please. Next sentence from your side. Five sentences I asked you. I asked you five sentences. Please. One sentence is complete. And please give me four more sentences.
Sir, joining in the sense should we only use but, sir?
Now you can use another one, boss. You can use another one. Yeah. Oh, sorry. We have six these coordinating conjunctions. We have coordinating conjunctions. Uh, but you can give a sentence similar to this without using the but. For, so, using by using for,
Sir, if will
so.
come, sir.
Sorry.
If will come, sir, in the connected in the
No,
connect
no,
joining.
no.
Okay.
That comes in
I
And sir, and will come.
and
Is
will
it?
come, and will come, and will come. Nor will come. For will come. For, nor, but, and, so. Similar to our friend just now, he said, "Na, the he is attending the classes. Don't listen the classes like that." I know. You know that just you can make in a general conversations. What will you?
I went to
I
Delhi
would
and saw the Taj Mahal.
You went to Delhi,
And saw the Taj Mahal.
saw the Taj Mahal. That is fine, buddy. But I told you two independent classes. The subject is missing in you.
I
I
went
would
to
have
I went to Delhi and I saw the Taj Mahal.
Wonderful. Ah,
I would have
wonderful.
went to the film, but the theater was houseful.
But the theater was houseful. This is beautiful sentence, but keep that sentence with you. We'll discuss the sentence in other area. Again, say it again.
I would have went to the film, but the theater was houseful.
But the theater was houseful. But the theater was houseful. But the theater was houseful. In the second sentence, second independent class, where is the subject and where is the verb? But the theater was houseful.
Mm. Sir, will it come under compound sentence or which one?
It comes. It comes, but it comes in a different. The fourth one, complex and compound sentence, it comes actually.
Okay, sir.
It comes, but here, two independent classes you should use, especially in this area. That is the next step.
They have invited me to the party, but I have some work in the office.
Okay, good, good, right sentence.
we guys met that day and we trekked a famous mountain.
No, 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 you Google the sentence.
No, sir.
You
We
Google the sentence. Say it on your own, boss.
yes, sir. I'm saying on my own.
No, where is the
Like
mountain, boss? Here, Bhuvanagiri mountain. Which mountain you are going to tell me?
no, I'm in my village, sir. That's why.
Oh, okay, fountain. Mountain, there's the hill or mountain
Okay, hill. Let's put hill.
in village, hills, right?
Yes, yes. Sorry.
Say the
Or
sentence
cliff.
again.
Yeah. So we guys met that day and we trekked a famous hill.
Okay, fine. Fine. Yeah. If you just now our friend said that the theater sentence would have gone to the theater but closed that sentence. It's considered as it's also it can also considered as a compound sentence, but in a different context. For example, look, when there is a missing verb in a sentence, missing subject or verb. And our friend also said, saw the Delhi. I saw the Delhi. Means she missed the subject. In our other friend's context, missed the verb. Missed the verb. That time it's called as it's a fragment. The sentences is called as fragment. Those are called as a fragment sentences. Like went to the store. He went to the theater or something. He said that. Went to the store. Before I take my rest. This conveys the meaning. It, this conveys the meaning, but the sentence uh, is not expressing a complete meaning. The best class in the world. It's a question mark. Which is that? These kind of sentences are called as a fragments without a subject or without a verb. Those things we'll discuss in the other areas. Yeah, compound sentences also can write by using a semicolon. A semicolon in the class of semicolon, I said when there are the two independent clauses conveying two different messages, they are not seems to be related but expressing in a different way. That time we can use the semicolon. And just now we used the but, so, and and that these conjunctions are called as coordinating conjunctions. Coordinating conjunctions. A semicolon, a coordinating conjunction, and a transition verb. And a transition. These are the vocabularies that fills and that changes the meaning of the sentence. That changes the meaning of the sentence. Three things you should remember in the case of compound sentence, as well as these things also appear in the complex sentence also. Semicolon, especially in the compound sentences area, semicolon plays a key role, and a coordinating conjunction. Most of the times we use coordinating conjunctions, the for, but, so, nor, these words. And another one is the transition words. These things we'll discuss. Transition words. Yeah. Using a semicolon. Using a semicolon. Like using a semicolon. Here, two independent clauses. Two independent clauses. Always remember, compound sentence will comes to identify a compound sentence. One is with the semicolon, other one is with the coordinating conjunctions. Third one is a transition. Transition words there. I will show you it. First, we'll look at this colon, how they have used it. I love living in the city. Colon means that one independent clause is completed. There are so many things to do. There are so many things to do. See, look at here. There are so many things to do. So where is the subject in this? Where is the subject?
In the second clause, there is no subject, sir.
There is no subject. So there is no subject, but still it is considered as a independent class. Can you tell me why?
Because the second independent clause is just the description of the first independent clause.
First independent, exactly. But that conveys a different meaning. There is a connection between the sentences, but that says different thing. We can love many things, they are not saying it. There are so many things to do. There are so many things to do. This is extending about the city. That means it is extending about an object in a sentence. I love living in the city. I love living in the city. And this is complete independent sentence, independent clause. And in related to this clause, it is explaining. It is explaining about the first sentence. That time there is no subject. That time there is no subject. It's called the fragment we discussed. Just now we discussed either missing of the verb or missing of a subject. Missing of the verb or missing of the subject. But that is explaining the first class, first independent class. There we can understand the sentence. We can understand the meaning. So this time we should use the colon. We should use the colon rather than using the and, means that coordinating conjunctions or a transition word. This time only we should use the colon because it is explaining about the first independent class and there is a missing of either a subject or a verb. This one using a coordinating conjunction. Next one is using a coordinating conjunction in the compound sentence. Compound sentence can be written in the three ways. One is with the semicolon and other one is with the coordinating conjunction. The third one is a transition word. Transition words. Three things. The first thing is semicolon we completed. The second thing is coordinating conjunction. Coordinating conjunction. So this is the coordinating conjunction. I could not watch the show. I could not watch the show. So he decided to tape it. So he decided to tape it. Here there is a subject and verb in the first sentence. Second sentence also subject and verb. And in between that, this is the coordinating conjunctions, the scale box one. Coordinating conjunctions. This is second type. Yeah. In your notebook, please maintain the write down this very simple fan boys. It's a shortcut word is the fan boys. These are the what is this coordinating conjunctions. Only these coordinating conjunctions will change the meanings. For, and, nor, but, or, yet, and so. Fan boys. FANBOYS. Fan boys. F for, A for and, N for not, B for but, O for or, Y for yet, S for so. S for so. S for so. Write down. So these are the operator coordinating conjunctions. These conjunction words are there in compound sentences. Compound sentences has these words, coordinative conjunctions. For, and, nor, but, or, yet, and so. fanboys. For a shortcut, remembering. Yeah. This is related to the punctuation because the punctuation is important when we are using the commas. This comes in the compound sentences. How we use this punctuation comma. If you have observed, if you have observed in other sentences, there was a comma. In the previous slides, there was a comma. Do not use a comma every time you use the words and, or, but, nor, for, so, yet. We have seen commas in the earlier sentences. I will come back. I will show you again. Uh, but use a comma only when the coordinating conjunction joins two independent clauses. Two independent clauses. Two independent clauses. Here, the simple sentence, they are not using the comma here.
So 100% should we use the comma or it's just optional?
No, it's a just option. So that's what I'm saying. It's a just option. The necklace was beautiful but expensive. Yeah, sorry.
And obviously the comma should be before the coordinating conjunction.
Yes. Not after the coordinating. So before that.
Yes.
During the end of the first independent class. First independent class. But most of the times in India, we don't use it since we are using these coordinating conjunctions. No, we don't use it. Automatically, the meaning is conveying. Automatically, the meaning is conveying. But in American expressions, most of the times they use it. In American expressions, they use it. They use the comma. In India, we don't use it because some people may use it, but why we don't use it? Because already we are mentioning this coordinating. What is this? The coordinating conjunction. So it goes in that. It goes in that. Here in this sentence, the first one is the independent class. The necklace was beautiful. The necklace was beautiful, but expensive. But expensive. So the next word is expensive. Is not an independent class because it is not being with the complete thing. It is describing about the quality of the necklace, the nature of the necklace. So in these times we don't use it. Yeah, this is I'm not going to describe this with you. Just read the sentences. They used the and. After school, the first sentences, this is a coordinating conjunction. This is a coordinating conjunction. And they used many times. And they did not use a comma. But these things will appear. The comma thing will be mandatory. I cannot say it's a mandatory, but that depends on the sentence we write in the complex and compound combination sentences. That time it comes because that has a different expression. When you use the comma and use the this coordination conjunctions, but, and, so, for, not, yet, that time uh, it gives a different meaning in a complex and compound sentence area. But when it is a simple compound sentence, no need of the comma. No need of the comma. Because in a simple compound sentence, automatically the message is very clear. It is not speaking anything in a complex way. I like to watch baseball games and she likes to watch football games. The and is the conjunction here. English class is my, it's not my favorite. English class is my favorite subject and my best subject, comma. There is no comma. My brother drove me to school and dropped me off. And off. It's a personal pronoun is there as a subject. This is transition. Transition vocabulary. Independent class and independent class. And there is a transition. And there is a transition. Here the commas and semicolons are using. In the transition, compound sentences, when we use a transition word, that time we are using. That time we are using. That time we are using these. What is this? Transition words. Transition words. I love San Francisco. However, I hate the traffic. However, I hate the traffic. Despite of he hates the traffic, he loves to live in San Francisco. Or else, he loves to live in San Francisco. He loves San Francisco.